you check the date that you are working with. Normally, this thing is done monthly. Before you can read the question, then just go to the requirements where they ask you to do something there. Let's go and find the dates under the requirements. Which month are we dealing with if you look at that requirement? 31st of? Can you all see that? So our month is the 31st of May. So let's just write this next to this. 31st of May, which year?
2016.
31st of May 2016. This will help us a lot because normally they give you some information that comes from the previous month. Okay? So that's the first thing you must always do, guys. Make sure that you note your period you are dealing with. Are you together? Now, let's go back to the question. They say the following information was extracted from accounting records of Hoffman dealers. We are Hoffman on the 31st of May 2016. But if you can check below there, they say the bank reconciliation statement as at 30th of April. Can you see now? Highlight that. 30th of April. Let me charge my. This laptop is very. So what is that month? Is it next month or is it month? Well, that is the previous month. They will always give you that. They will always give you that. Okay. So can you see just for now? Just look at how does it look like. Just that is the bank record. Just check the format there, because we need to understand the format. Okay, can you see the bank record always start with what? They say unfavorable what? Next time can be what? Can you see they put the amount in brackets there? It shows that it's unfavorable. They also put what? DR. Remember when we started here we said DR on the bank statement means unfavorable. Remember? So if it was favorable, it will be without brackets. And it means it's what? CR.
Just hold on there, why at the bottom it says unfavorable, it's also got 7,000 in brackets and it's credited.
That is the bank account, check. It's the bank account, not bank statement. Okay? So, I just want us to look at this format. And after that we must add, I think it makes sense if you add outstanding deposits. And we less what? Outstanding checks. And thereafter, when we add everything, we are going to have unfavorable balance as per bank account. It means the bank account from the previous month was the same as the balance of this bank reconciliation statement. That's why we're reconciling. The total of the bank recon must be the same as the balance brought down of the bank. But remember, these are just figures which come from what? The previous month. So this is given to you. For now, don't worry. We'll come back to it if we need information. Are we together so far? Now, let's go to the next information. And I want you to highlight the most important information. They say on comparing April bank reconciliation. Can you see they? Now you know which one are they referring to. The one that you just viewed, okay? And May cash books. With May 2016 bank statement. And they are comparing three things here. The previous bank record, the cash books they are referring to, CBR and CBP, and the May bank statement. So they compared for you. So they found the following differences. Underline that. they found the following differences. Are we together? Remember, the difference can either be timing or adjusting. Those are the two types of differences. Either timing or adjusting. Now, let's go through the information so that we can be able to understand. Now, adjusting. Okay? Now, can you go through the differences? They say the outstanding deposit on the 30th of April 2016 was credited by the bank on the 1st of what? Can you see if you can check the previous bank record? There was outstanding deposit there. They say it has been credited by. It's what we want. It means there is no difference anymore. Please do not touch it. Just tick. Everything is settled. Because our main aim is to make sure that those figures are reflected on the bank statement. We wanted the bank to have credited that amount all along. Luckily, on the first, when we started our own month, it was appearing. Can you see now? If it was not appearing, it means even in the bank reconciliation for this month, it will still be shown as what? Outstanding deposit. Are we together?
So if it's here on the return and there's no mention of it anyway on the question, we record it as
still outstanding. Yes. Are we together? So not outstanding anymore. So just tick to show that settled. Can you move on? Check number 723 for 1,600 issued 6 months ago. Highlight. To Helix Traders, a creditor. This check must be cancelled and will not be reissued. Where do we record this kind of information? CBR. Just like CBR next to it, so that when we come back, we just record like that. Because I like identifying before we record, from our past experience. Okay? Please, if it doesn't make sense, stop me on the spot. Remember, that is called a stale check because it's 6 months old. It must be cancelled. Okay? Stale check, CBR. Can I continue? One of the other two checks, as at 30th of April, only check number 1003 is still. Can you see now? They say of the other two outstanding checks, as at 30th of April, only check number 1003 is still outstanding, meaning the other checks are not yet outstanding. So go back to the previous bank record. There are 3 checks there. They say only check number 1003 is still, meaning the others have been done. Check them to show that they are settled.
The other one's been cancelled.
No.
The other one, yeah, the 723. Do you have 723 there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tick. Cancel it or tick. Anyway, just tick it because it's not outstanding anymore because it's cancelled. Can you see, guys?
Yeah.
So, but where are we going to record that check number 1003? Go back to number 3. BRS. Bank reconciliation. Because all the outstanding items must go to BRS. Are we together, guys? Yeah? Are you okay? Go.
But now, the 1001, are we not showing anywhere again?
No, they said only 1003 is the one that is still outstanding. All the other checks that they did not mention, except the one that we cancelled, they are settled for now. You don't have to worry about it. Check. If we did not cancel 723, again we should have what? Ticked it because they only mention what? 1003. Are we together? Can I go to number 4? Guys, number 4, you must just tell me where to record them. They say the bank statement indicated the following payments made on behalf of us, which is Hoffman. Interest on overdraft, where do we record them? Write CVP there. Bank charges, CVP. Stop orders, CVP. Debit order, CVP. This exercise is boring.
That's owner's private water.
The fact is, money went out of the business bank account. We must show it in the CVP because we paid out of the bank.
Okay, so they just putting that there to
confuse. Okay? Can we continue? Check for 12,450 received from Portia, a debtor, was returned by the bank. Marked refer to drawer. What do you call this check?
dishonored.
Dishonored check. Where do you record dishonored check? CBP. Can you see the importance of reading the theory, guys? And it will never change. Don't change yourself. Go to the next page, you'll see. Number 6. A deposit made on the 29th of May 2016 did not appear on May bank statement. What do you call this? Timing or outstanding one item. Where do we record it? Bank reconciliation statement. Are we okay? Number 7. The following checks which were written out in May are still outstanding. Underline that. What do you call that? Timing. Where do they go? Bank reconciliation statement. Are we okay? The direct electronic transfer on the bank statement on the 28th of May for 13,000 was from a debtor to retailer. Where do we record this? CBR. It's like a direct deposit. You just saw it on the bank statement. It's not outstanding, okay? It's just that it's reflected on the bank statement. Does that make sense? Number 9. The bank statement showed a debit entry for check number 2705. This check for 21,000 was drawn by Hetman dealers, not by Hoffman. It's a mistake. Who made the mistake? The bank. Because they took money from us by mistake. Instead of taking money from that particular company, they took it from us because the names are like, close enough. So if they debited you, it means they took money from you on the bank statement. So the error must be rectified in BRS because we are not the ones who made the error. The bank made the error. Does that make sense? The importance of understanding what you read. Okay. Silence means continue. Yes, I'm gonna continue. Number 10. Check number 1040 for 5,500 was debited on the bank statement as 5,550. The bank statement is incorrect. Who made the error? Where do we rectify the error? Bank reconciliation statement because the bank made a mistake. Only if we made a mistake, we are going to record it in the CBR or CDP, depending on the error. Okay. 11. The bank statement balance as at 31st of May was favorable with 41,108. Where do we record the balance of the bank statement? The balance of the bank statement, where do we record it? In the bank reconciliation statement. The balance as per bank statement is always recorded in the bank reconciliation statement. Now we are ready to record, guys. Please talk to me if you are lost. That's why theory is important, guys. And please don't memorize. Don't allow yourself to memorize. Just remember like that. Can we start recording, guys? Now. Guys, normally, when it comes to reconciliation, it's like this month is the month of May. Think about our month here. So you recorded information already in the CBP and CBR. You finished, you added all the totals, but now you are given a bank statement. Can you start again and compile the CBR and the CBP from the sketch? You start where you ended. That's why we always start with the totals. We normally say total before adjustments. That's the first thing that you do.
And this preliminary total?
Which one?
The start in the top.
Yeah, this is I think it's the same thing. But normally we write it there, so you can write it's the same thing. Yeah. You can also call it. Okay. So when you are dealing with this bank record, you must always start with the total of the cash book payment because we start from where we ended. And these totals need to be given to us. Can you go to page 1? Can you see they said the following preliminary totals? They gave you the cash book receipts and the cash book payment. Please give me those amounts. How much is the total for the cash book receipts? 362 250. What about the cash book payments?
270.
Come again?
275. 450.
That's the first step. Always start with the totals. They will be given to you. Can you all trace those totals? Yes, they are there. If you don't have them, no problem. But I'm telling you, you will have them because we are doing reconciliation.
Don't start with the closing balance at March, or your opening balance on the 1st of May.
What is that balance called?
They say at the 31st of May.
What is that balance called?
Cash receipts and cash payments, but they say on 31 May.
Remember, 31 of May is the total. We compiled the books already in that month. We total them at the end of the month. Now we receive the bank statement. That's why they gave you those totals.
Okay.
Can you see that? That's why they call them supplementary journals. It means already they compiled them, but because they got the bank statement, you cannot say, let me start from the beginning. You start with the totals at the end of that month. That's why we write them here. Okay? Now we must go back to the information and record according to what you said you must record. Which one is the first one? Okay, we either need CBR information or CBP. I think from which one? Number 2.
Yeah.
What is that?
CBR.
Yeah.
CBR. What I like about this one, they're not very strict with it. As long as it makes sense. You can give me the name of the company if you know. Or can just write still check, it doesn't matter.
Felix Traders.
Felix Traders. But next week, guys, write what? Stale check. How much is that amount for stale check? I think it's not given, you must find it somewhere.
1,600.
Oh, it shows, okay. 1,600. Any question about it? It's written there for you. Okay. Number 3 doesn't go there. Number 4. Interest on how much is the interest there? 120. Thank you very much. Next one. Bank charges. 200 rand. Next one.
Health insurance.
Health insurance. David Order. Just write David Order like this. How much?
5,000.
5,000. Thank you very much. What else?
What's electricity?
Stop all, eh? Call it drawings, doesn't matter.
Oh, will we call it drawings, eh?
Yeah, we can call it drawings because it's for the wire.
So when we write drawings first, then stop order.
Doesn't matter. Anyhow, doesn't matter. As long as it makes sense. That's why I say I like this section, guys. As long as it makes sense. Okay, how much? 2.5.
So you know what's nice is you only have to add each column. There's no minus.
Yeah. Yeah,
You're not going to get confused. Yeah.
Can I talk a bit about the bank charges and the interest? Most people, they say interest is a bank charge. It's not a bank charge. So if they give you the interest and the bank charges, don't add them together. Because next time when they give you the bank charges, they won't just give you a total of them. A bank charge can consist of the following. You can write them down. Bank charges, because next time, remember, they will give you maybe separate bank charges. You must add them together before you can call them bank charges. You cannot put them separately, okay? Services fee, government levy,
Government levy, that makes sense.
What do they levy you for?
they just say government levy, like maybe, I don't know, maybe some on the bank statement they normally charge them, but very well. And then transaction levy, they normally call it that.
Isn't that the transaction fee?
Yeah, transaction fee, checkbook fees. Honestly speaking, everything is fee. When you find it, it's going to be a bank charge. The one that can confuse you is the government levy, because they don't say fee.
And then if they charge you for cash deposit fee, they will also
Yes.
charge you.
Let me say all the fees. Yes. But yeah.
All fees and that one levy.
Yes, and the levy one. Please don't put them one by one here. You must add them together and call them what? You will add them in brackets here.
If we put in one by one, do we get penalized?
They won't mark it.
Okay.
They want to see the total. Oh. You must show that you are that. Because in other words, it means you're gonna open a cash deposit fee account. Check, you can't open those fees separately. They are all called bank charges.
But look for the number of lines you have. Just put that.
Yeah, sometimes they give you more lines. What do you think about number 5? CBP. We agree, eh? Portion. Please, just write refer to draw or this one and check. I'm gonna write RD here. You can write anything that makes you can write unpaid check, you can write this one and check. It's up to you. How much does it?
12450.
Thank you guys.
What's RD again?
Refer to drawer. Meaning go back to the person who gave you the check so that he can issue a new check.
The bank charges you if a bank is dishonest.
Yeah.
If the check is dishonest.
Yeah, they normally charge you for it. It's like I think they're very unfair because I was fighting with the other service consultant about this thing of these people just debit our account. When I reverse it, they charge me 500. I said why? Because I didn't authorize. That's why unfortunately you have to pay 500. And for another one that I must reverse. This week. No, this 299 rand 9.
Plus the 3 hours on the phone time that you use.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next one. What is the next one that must come in one of these books? Number 8. Do you all agree? Where must I record? I will call it direct deposit, or you can call it the way they put it there. It was paid by Turi. And Turi paid 30,000. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. From there, where do we go? That's it. I like it. And then it means to translate. You together. Let's imagine this thing. It's not difficult.
But in the exam, will it come like this? Or will it come a different way?
Trust me. What they can do, they can make it longer, but what we have learned so far, just hold on, I'm telling you.
How does that sound? The first question you said this.
Is that
What's the sound?
it looks the same?
Which is not.
But I panicked when I saw it for the first time on other discussion.
Huh?
Yeah.
For the subject.
Well, we have already.
We're all answering.
The assignment, we have to do this. It's only for August, September.
No, it's somewhere over.
August.
Lines.
Okay,
I'll look at that.
376,
376,
850,
850,
295,
295,
720.
720. Are we together? Okay? Remember you and I, from the previous experience, we normally write something at the bottom to make our life easy.
And it's go down.
Let's grab this.
Closing balance, total after adjustment.
Guys, as I said, to make it simple, just write what? So that you cannot make a mistake. I'm just saying, you don't have to do it, I'm just saying. And here write what? Credit. Because sometimes you forget, we go to the wrong side, guys. Things happen. So you need to be careful when it comes to this. Guys, ask a question so far. Can you see this thing is doable? So we answered the first requirement that they asked us. You can check the requirement. And then the next requirement, they asked you for this, or which is not new. What is this? Bank account. Okay, that's the second requirement. And I'll wait for you so that we can do it correctly. Any questions so far, guys? No. Now, the way we have learned bank account don't change. Okay? What is the first thing that we normally record? The opening balance. And know that the opening balance normally comes from the previous month.
The previous month of
Can you see they gave you the bank record there? That bank record has got the balance of the bank account. Can you see? So the balance of the bank account comes from the end of the previous month. So you can find the balance. Be careful, not the balance as the bank statement. The balance as the bank account. How much is it? Is it favorable or unfavorable? What is the unfavorable side?
7082.
Which side?
Credit.
Credit side. But it's 2016, but it's at the beginning of our month. What is our month? May. It's our month on the 1st of May. But it comes from what? April. And we write? Wrote down. How much is it, by the way?
Hold on, we don't have the sale, we just write.
708.
Sorry. 7? Yes. Please don't put bracket there because it's unfavorable. Like sometimes you put bracket. No. By coming here, it's bracketed already.
Are we going to put anything by the 5 hours?
That's the volume.
And it goes down.
Yes, because in my case, I don't have lines. Yes. Don't forget this, guys. And don't take the balance of the bank statement because sometimes you make a mistake. Now we do what we do best. We transfer from here to there. Let's start here. Under which side must I transfer? 2016. 16 May, give me the date.
31st.
31st. What is the contract?
CBR. Total receipts.
Total receipts. Don't forget this. These are marks. That's because of space. I'm just going to write total receipts like that. From which book? CBR. What is the total? 3, 850. So yeah, guys, remember, even if you are wrong, method mark. Okay? Okay, must transfer the other totals to which side? And we just have to write what? And say total payments.
Is this a favorable question in their exams?
Yeah. But the last exam I think they didn't put it. The last exam they didn't put it.
The 6 months you wouldn't get.
From which book? How much? 2 and 5? 720. Thank you very much. What is the next step? When I do this, you remember very well.
But what about all these things that you know?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh no.
So
Yeah, this is fine.
here's my problem.
Yes.
There was an outstanding deposit, okay, that was taken out of that 7082
From the previous month.
from the previous month.
That was there with the previous
No,
month.
but you carried that balance brought down with it in there.
Remember, what in the bank reconciliation statement, we're still going to reconcile the two amounts at the end of the day. The bank statement and the bank account. Can you see that? Remember, some of them are appearing already, it's okay. Like the outstanding deposit from the previous month, they say it's appearing now. It's okay. It's going to be part of what? The balance is the bank statement that I'm going to record in the bank record, where the two amounts will meet.
Okay, so no, hold on. That number 1 of the actual question,
Yes.
if you look at number 1, it says the outstanding deposit was credited, and we put a tick next to it.
It means it appears on the current bank statement.
But are we going to put that in anyway?
No. Because it has been absorbed by the balance. We're going to use the balance of the bank statement. Remember at the end, they give us the balance of the bank statement. Everything is there in the balance.
I'll say the same.
Okay. Peter side? How much? Obvious.
Yes.
And then what is the next step?
Balance.
Yeah.
Balance, yeah.
Balance?
Okay, we done.
How much?
24048.
24048. And then
And balance go down on the side.
the year?
It's June 1st, 2016.
Balance? Brought down. How much? 74. That's how we balance the bank account. So we answered requirement number 2.
How much is our sound total? 180.
100.
100. This is for 25%. 20%.
So there's 5 learning units. Each learning unit is
So hold on, this is 180 now.
well, I see. Not really. It's still like people started with it.
No,
Yeah, it is.
it's done. Done. It's done this. I'm so sorry for the viewers.
Is this the whole learning unit what?
Yes.
I'll start, okay?
It's coming soon. Convince me. Tomorrow I'm gonna put it.
That's how business management is lighting us.
You guys got a fast business management one. You should see ours. It's like 3 questions with like 2 points each, like some of them.
I would have taken that. If you know,
I started yours and then I closed it and just deleted it. You know.
Mine was like 3 funny.
Okay. Can we?
That's easy, but it's long shit to do.
Can we start?
Yes.
What we always study?
First thing,
Putting money to
bank statement unfavorable.
I prefer to be like balance as per
Bank statement.
statement, but here in brackets. It doesn't matter how you put it. I'll write what? Is it favorable or unfavorable? It's un. Check.
It's unfavorable.
The one from the information.
It's unfavorable.
The one from 38.
No. The one from the one that you noted. The last one from the information.
Unfavorable.
Oh.
Unfavorable.
Really goes to the last is funny.
Guys, you can't take from the one from the previous month. We have the bank statement.
It's so funny. It's favorable.
It's favorable.
Yeah.
No, hold
It's
on.
like 74.
But it says unfavorable balance.
But it's that 74 because
No.
now all these.
No, it's not balance.
No. Not this one.
Oh.
Which one?
It's this one here.
When we were noting from the no, that is not the previous one. When we were noting, you said, remember the last statement that we read? The last one, number 11, number what? 11.
41, one of them.
Favorable and unfavorable.
Favorable.
Can you see whether I'm making mistake?
No.
You know, unfavorable is
Guys,
Yeah.
let's do this. Do not use the bank statement balance from the previous month. You use the one given to you for this month.
Where is it given?
Number 11. Is number 11 or 12? 11. Check it. You noted, you used the BS.
Okay.
How much?
41, 108.
Please do not make mistakes. Note, and I know you're going to forget, I'm going to remind you. Are we okay?
Hold on. Are we doing we can only do this at the end of the month.
Yes?
So this is only on the last day, so we can only have the 31st.
Yes.
So this balance means that checks that was now
It's
cash
part of this
is
one.
part of the balance.
Yes. Now, we always have to add outstanding deposits. Can you see for this, for example, because of time, they've done everything for you, they compared everything for you, they give you the results. Ne? But I want us to one day take an exercise where we have to find these things ourselves. Okay? But it's okay. Any outstanding deposit that we said must come here? The DRS. The outstanding deposit.
Check once.
Yeah.
Outstanding deposit, not check.
Alright.
No, not.
So there's 6.
How we do every day.
We
No?
do have this
Deposit
one.
made on 29.
What are they saying?
It is add outstanding deposit and additional 540.
No.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Number 6. What are they
Oh,
saying?
that's
The deposit made on the 29th of May 2016 of 26,250 did not appear on the May bank statement.
That's the one. How much to?
26.
26,450. As long as it does not appear on the bank statement for this month, it is outstanding. And don't take the one from the previous month. Remember, it is appearing now. If it was not appearing, you were supposed to have 2 amounts, 2 outstanding amounts. It can happen.
So this first point on the first one page, we must ignore
Which one is it?
the unfavorable balance as per bank statement.
Yeah.
For April.
No.
Just ignore it completely.
The only thing that we took is the balance is bank account.
Yes, BRB, I use the BR in the bank.
Because we need the balance from the previous month.
So if the one in number one wasn't credited on the 1st of May, I would have shown it there.
Yes.
Do I add it with that amount or do I show it separately?
You must show it separately. Normally they will give you the deposit numbers, or you can put them in brackets somewhere.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright. So if you've got 10, you show 10 separately.
Yeah.
Are we together? No more outstanding deposits. Now we go and remember, when we check the checks, we must also check the checks which come from the previous month, whether they are still outstanding or not.
The only one we didn't check.
Give me that check number.
1003.
1003. How much is it?
3650.
3650. Guys, just for control, just put what right. Even though you said less, because sometimes you can make a mistake. Is it the only check outstanding? Check number?
1009.
1009. Of how much?
3560.
3560. This bracket.
1011.
1011.
Yeah. 7350.
7350. Please talk to me if you're lost. You're gonna balance my eyes. Don't have a choice. Don't submit if it doesn't balance. Because I'm gonna look at it like.
Can they put a reconciling item in? If it doesn't balance.
I just want it to be fair. Yes.
Yeah, I'm with it because the outstanding deposit would also include any checks that somebody paid me that haven't cleared.
Yeah, but they will always say outstanding deposit.
Yeah, so I won't say, yeah.
Checks they normally put it when it comes to the payments. Are we okay?
No, it's not.
No, there's more.
We still have errors.
No, but I'm saying the ones in brackets. You don't have to put like a total line after, or do you leave it like that?
Leave it like that. Don't have to put the total. You can put it, but it can confuse you sometimes.
No,
Because you end up putting a total and minus the total and together with the amounts separated. Now, after putting the outstanding checks, we check the errors which have been made by the bank. Remember, I've been saying this error must go to the BRS. What is the first error which we said must go to the BRS?
Just check number 3.
What are they saying? Number 3?
Check number 1003 is still outstanding.
No.
No, that one's done.
We said out of the.
Check whatever you've used.
Nine.
Check for 21,000 was for Hartman dealers and not Hartman dealers.
That's an error.
Yeah.
Guys, you have got an option of calling it. So if they took the money, you can just say an amount wrongly debited. But for me, I prefer to say correction of error. I'm safe.
The second.
Okay? But we need to know whether we're going to add it or less it. Decide.
We're gonna add.
Because they took it by mistake. Okay? I'm going to say add. Correction of error. But if I know the check number, I will put it there. Do we know the check number or something number? Number?
2705.
2705. Can you see? And how much is it?
21,000.
21,000. Does this make sense? Ah, you are safe here. Because when you come with other terms, you know, get me confused. Any other error?
Yes.
Check number 1040.
What happened?
It was instead of 5,500 rand, they debited 5,550.
So that must add.
To add the 50 and.
So they did more. We want 50 and back. Please, it must make sense, you must ask. Add correction of error.
So do we add every time and we don't just go put like correction of error under that like it is with the less outstanding signature?
No, errors must be secret like this. Do you know the check number?
Yeah, 1040.
Of how much?
Well, are we only taking the mistake or we taking
The mistake.
50?
So hold on, are we saying that this is going to add up to that 74,000?
Definitely. That's what we can say.
Okay. And if they don't add up, I'm making them add up, yes?
No, don't do that. But yes, you can try to work back and maybe something was wrong.
Yes,
I don't know, but
in that exam, that's what I had to do with salaries. I had to add it backwards to all these lines.
are these the only errors?
Yeah.
This exercise is boring, man.
And that was me, balance data, whereas has add up to this. And we agreed that is.
Balance is the bank account.
Yeah, it does.
It must be favorable.
Yeah, no, it balances the rest of before.
It's not a negative. Eh?
No, it's zero. Oh, it's 74,048.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, that was the start.
So they correspond. Is this favorable or unfavorable?
Favorable.
So it's just reconciled.